All right, welcome back. Another episode of Man U Anime Edition. David's here with me again, but we got another guest here. Somebody we kind of hope is a regular. Jose, let's let you introduce yourself. I think you can do the honors there.
For sure. What's up, everyone? My name's Jose. I'm super honored and thrilled to be here. Can't wait to talk about one of my favorite subjects. Just a little bit about myself. Three like major hobbies of mine when I'm not hanging out with my girlfriend or like with my family. I'm either doing jujitsu, collecting sneakers, or watching anime. So anime has always been like a huge fan favorite for me. It definitely hits home in a bunch of different ways. And I'm super excited to talk about this with you guys.
I think if you're into jujitsu, don't you kind of have to be into anime a little bit?
Uh, I would say, yes and no. I feel like now anime is like shifted, and there's so many people and so many different types of people that watch it that I think like anything can kind of make anime a common denominator. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because if you look, I love UFC. I love boxing.
Yeah.
I'm not huge into it. Not like, for example, David. He can actually get into it and even get into the physical aspect. Got to be honest. 32, starting to feel a little bit flabby. I just watch it on TV now. But you're into the jiu-jitsu aspect. David's got the UFC background of it, and both of you guys are super into it. It's almost one of those things like if you're into martial arts of any kind, chances are you've seen your fair share of anime, at least a little bit.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into our first topic. And we're going to continue on a little bit like we did on our last episode, but we want to take a little bit different approach. We want to get some people into it. So, first, why anime? What got us into it? Why are we in our 30s and still watching anime? And Jose, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with you because you're the new guy. So let you have the first dibs on this one.
Yeah, for sure. Anime for me is something that really just kind of man, it ties me in so many different directions. I mean, there's funny, there's sad, there's like thrillers, there's action packed, and I'm a huge fan of storytelling. So I think whenever I can like read a manga or watch an anime or kind of take my break away from whatever else I got going on, I think it's an awesome opportunity to
Yeah,
like get to know somebody and just hear an awesome story. What about you guys?
absolutely. David, I'm gonna let you take this one. I think you got a bigger perspective than I do, a wider range of anime at least.
Shoot, I mean, Jose kind of summed it up there. I think I answered the last one too. Yeah, so shit, that's all on you. Jose like took the words out of my mouth. Sorry. Kind of the same aspect. I guess I can answer. I would answer. Why are we 32? For me, still watching anime. I mean, to me, anime saves lives and is life because, like Jose said, there's a story for everyone, and I like following along with those stories and just being able to take a break from reality and just get into something that I enjoyed doing when I was so small, like watching so small, and still be able to grow with it now. And then, like Jose said earlier, it just reached a whole new pinnacle. So of course, I'm still gonna watch it. I'll watch it. When I'm in my deathbed, I want anime playing like in the hospital or the hospice center where it's at.
Absolutely. And for me, I'll say I'm quite new to it. Uh, Through my 20s, I didn't even watch anime. Even high school, I watched Dragon Ball Z, which it's anime, but I think everybody's seen Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. But then I guess the closest I came to anime would have been Avatar, which a lot of people don't consider true anime because it was made here in America, and some of those others. So for me, going into, I guess, would you call it midlife now? We're in our 30s. We're
Yeah.
late 30s.
I call it in our prime. We're in our prime. Midlife is
Okay,
after.
okay, we're all
I
right. We're
like
in our
that. Yeah.
prime. We're in our prime, peak athletic conditioning right now for me. But for me, I've noticed I watch anime on accident. So my fiance Carol, she's into anime, deep into anime. She watches things that just pop up on YouTube and Crunchyroll, and She goes into the websites that'll get you some viruses on your computer. She's really smart about it. But she'll go on there and she's got a list of anime that's so long that I could never follow. But I can't tell you how many times I've come into the bedroom, she's watching anime. I'm like, I'm not watching that. And halfway through an episode, I'm the one laughing. And she's like, I thought you weren't watching. So for me, it's one of those bonding things. It's funny. There's life lessons. There's in anime, you can do so much that you can't do in a normal TV show or a sitcom or something like our parents would watch with Frasier or one of those kind of things. You can't, anime can go way beyond that. And so I'm just getting started. And with that, it's going to segue us into the next topic of what would your starter pack be for someone who wants to get into anime and is maybe a little bit intimidated by the snobs or the people out there that, oh, you have to watch this kind of anime. And David, I'm going to start off with you because I think you come after those kind of people the best. You're very inclusive, we'll say. What's your starter pack, sir?
I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, petite on this because I have a starter pack for I'll just do it this way. So for the kids, you know, like when we were watching Pokemon, I forgot how old we were. For the kids starter pack, you're gonna start with Pokemon, hands down. I'm sorry, you have to start with Pokemon if you're a kid. Feel like going into adults, I think I'd recommend something that everybody can kind of sit down and watch would be Full Metal Alchemist. I think, and the reason I chose that because just the storyline, of course, is great, but like they had to go through so much adversity because they weren't like other people, you know, and people like took a while for them to accept them. I feel like that is like how it was like me getting into like my senior year, like through diversity, but being different. And it took a while for, you know, people were like, this is just David. David's that weird fucking guy. Like that animates me.
He's still that weird guy.
Yeah, you know, so I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is would be my starter pack for once you get older. And then from there, you can just go beyond.
Okay. Yeah. Jose, what do you got for us?
Man, on that note, real quick, David, like I think I will never forget the law of equivalent exchange. Like dude, so crazy. Like such a good dude. Yeah, love that anime. For starter, honestly, I'm gonna echo David on that. I think Pokemon's a great starter anime just because like everybody's kind of grew up watching it, and like I feel like our generation is cool because we grew up in like the beginning of when anime really started to take off.
Yep.
So we're like really familiar with some of those things, right? Like I don't think even if my kids never get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, like I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought it was such a good anime.
Oh,
like
it was great.
Dude, it was just so I don't know. I thought like that to me is a good starter anime. I feel like that whole category, like anything that you kind of saw like on early Adult Swim, you know what I'm saying? Like
before like the late night stuff.
Yeah.
Like once that 9 o'clock hour started hitting and they could start getting a little bit better with their anime, and then 11 o'clock hit and things just turned completely different.
Right. Right. It was like, holy cow.
But you gotta miss the Robot Chicken. I'm sorry, get away from Robot Chicken. No. So are you echoing the exact same animes, or do you have any others that you maybe are going to throw out there that you think, hey, this is your definite starter pack?
I think a good definite starter for me is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
I think I think Yu Yu Hakusho is super, super great. Yeah. And like, man, it's about this kid who is kind of like misunderstood, and you don't expect him to be the guy, and he becomes that guy. But like the characters around him and the way that you see the story take place, it's amazing.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to go a little bit different direction. And again, just like last episode, I might get heat for this, but for me, I think if you want to start out and you're just starting to look at anime, Avatar is the best because it caters to everybody. Now, I know it's not true anime. It was made in America and not overseas, but I still think if you're looking to get started, you can get your storyline, you can get all of the content that you really want. You have really it's three kids, they're two pets. Sokka's gonna make you laugh. Uh, Toph is gonna probably wow you a few times, and you got Aang, who is just silly, goofy, but when it comes down to business, he's there. So I think Avatar is my number one, and for me, a number two, I'm gonna go way back to Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball. And I feel like they're both of them are short enough that you can watch all of it. You can really get into the storyline. You can feel invested, but you're not into a story like Naruto where you're looking at 1,000+ episodes. Although I think Naruto is a great starter because you still get all of those things. If you're not ready to sit down and watch character development and fillers and things like that, it might not be the best starter. So my top two, I'll say, is Avatar and Dragon Ball for sure. What do you guys think about those? As I'm going to segue us into our next topic here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree 100%. I love Avatar. I think it's a great start. And I mean, Dragon Ball is just so nostalgic. It's nuts.
I mean, you even get the risky stuff, which the kids probably won't get, but adults will start laughing at it. They'll be like, oh, I know what you were trying to do there.
For sure.
Now, with that being said, as we start getting into the risky stuff, what is an anime you would recommend to watch with Bay? What is that go-to that you watch with Bay?
You know what, Jeff? Because you mentioned Carol a lot in her collection, so we're gonna let you take the wheel on that one. All right, give us your...
I'm gonna say it's Hunter x Hunter for me and her, and it's because we both get into it, and it presents so many times. We don't like to argue, but we love to debate. And Hunter x Hunter brings up so many topics. First of all, is it a girl? Is it a boy? We just actually finished Hunter x Hunter all over again yesterday. And we were going through, and there's multiple characters where you're like, you said brother, you just said her. And you know, some of those translations get mixed up, but it creates a lot of debates. You also debate, is Hizuka the good guy? Is he the bad guy? Oddly enough, it's rumored that his birthday makes him the fourth protagonist to add to Killua and Gon and or the fifth, I think, fifth protagonist.
Fifth, yes,
but because you got the 444, 555, 666, 777s, and it's thought that Hizuka is 666, which brings everybody to a whole new debate. And so for us, it's Hunter x Hunter, not because of any kind of eyebrow raising things, but just because it's a little bit of a debate and it brings us together for a while.
Dig it. Okay, I like that.
I like that a lot. Yeah. My girlfriend actually recently bought us matching. Have you ever seen those like little like random ads that pop up? And it's like people who like take their own spin on like the characters and whatnot.
Yes.
Dude, she got us matching Hunter x Hunter shirts, and it's like Gon and Killua with like 4 locos in their hands.
That would be awesome. Okay.
It is my favorite shirt. Yeah.
You know what that means by you saying that, right? That means you're going to be on this episode next time with that shirt.
With that shirt, yeah, we got to get up again next time.
I'm down for sure.
All right.
David, what are you watching? So like, what have you been introduced to from Bay? Or what would you recommend for Bay?
It's so with me, it's normally me introducing the Bays to anime. And my number one, I think, because it's newer, it's just hilarious, the adult humor, the storyline, and it's kind of based off of some biblical ideas. 7 Deadly Sins.
Okay.
Awesome. You get everything in there, from your laughs to your storylines, your character development. The action's amazing. I don't think there's any fillers in that either. So that's and it's on Netflix. So I mean Netflix is tripping with their prices right now, but you know, that's something you can put on Netflix, an anime, and you can be like, holy shit, like I didn't know anime had such not not anime. I didn't know Netflix has such a good anime. So I'm gonna go with Seven Deadly Sins for all those bays and bayless people. Netflix, watch Seven Deadly Sins.
All right, giving us another one to add to the
Yeah.
list. What about you, Jose? What's that go-to with Bay?
Man, a starter. If it's something that like I want to really sit down and think, and I know it's gonna get her attention, I'm gonna go with Death Note.
Nice.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah, it's like it's short enough to where like, okay, cool, I can pay attention. Like I can dedicate with like 13 episodes or something like that. I can dedicate that time, right? Like I don't feel guilty about it. And I'm like, all right, like it's interesting, it's gonna make you think, it's gonna like, it's a nail biter. You're constantly trying to figure the puzzle out.
Yep. All
And
right.
it's easy to
I
build.
didn't know you were going to segue so well into our next topic, talking about unpopular anime opinions. And I say that because last episode I mentioned one, a big one, is I actually liked Death Note, the movie, that live action movie, while a lot of people really didn't. They said it was trash, hated that it didn't follow to a T what the anime said, but I still said it was good. But I do have another unpopular opinion. David might flip me off. He might even throw his camera when I'm done with this. And you might too, Jose. We'll see.
Let me test my.
But because of that, I'll save mine for last. But what are your guys' unpopular anime opinions?
Can I start this off?
Go
Please.
for it.
It's more of a funny like opinion. Well, it's not even an opinion. It's more of a fact because I couldn't think of anything else when I thought about this question. But a lot of people assume that since people watch anime, that they watch like the hentai, the fucking anime porn.
Yeah.
So for all you fucking losers out there, nobody does that shit. Like people who watch anime porn are fucking serial killers. I'm sorry, it's creeps. Like who gets off that shit? I'm sorry, excuse my language.
Are you
but it is
calling
serious.
Morgan Freeman a serial killer?
Nobody is watching fucking anime porn. So yes, we watch anime. Fuck the porn shit. Get it out of your heads. Get it out of your systems. I just had to get it out there. Shebang gang boogie.
I think that's a popular opinion.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways, I guess.
It does, definitely. But are you saying Morgan Freeman is a serial killer? Because he brought up that he watches hentai.
Morgan Freeman is whatever he wants to be.
Yeah.
He is a legend.
That guy is Jesus. Literally, he's Jesus.
Facts. Big facts.
He is. All right, Jose, what's your unpopular opinion?
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know how you guys are
prepped.
gonna feel. Yeah, like I really don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this. And I get so much like flack for this, but I hate Attack on Titan. Like, yeah, man.
So how much of it did you watch?
A lot. Like,
Dang. Okay.
I saw the Captain Levi fight.
Okay.
Um,
So
I saw like, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen a lot of it.
was there any specific thing that you didn't like about it? Because I know when I first started watching, I couldn't stand the graphics, but they
Yeah.
definitely grew on me as of time.
Yeah, for me, it's the graphics and it's just Aaron. You know what I mean? Like he's
How
not.
whiny?
Yeah, man. Like I just
Okay.
I get it. Like you see your mom, and like that first scene is tough, and it's like cool. But like after that, I mean, he has a really really cool girlfriend. Awesome. Like she kind of saves him a couple different times. That's cool. But yeah, I thought the coolest thing in the whole like series up to where I saw it was in the second season. They like some of the Titans are actually fighting one amongst each other. And
Yep.
they bust out into like straight jujitsu, and he like arm bars the other dude, and I was just like, "Oh,
that was dope." I agree with you.
That was definitely tight.
Hooked on there.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah, bet like this is tight." Homeboy throws the horse across. Like, do you know he like grabs that random horse and he like chucks it, and it's like it's like zooming through the air. Yeah, like that was cool. And after that, I was like, man, like I just don't get it.
Okay, that definitely understandable, especially because the story goes in about 30 different directions,
Yeah.
and then they tie the knot all in this last season. Now, just like you, I'm probably going to get a lot for this one. Like I said, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but Demon Slayer sucks.
It's cool.
So for me, the reason I say that is I must have come in at the wrong time. She was watching Demon Slayer. She was doing her thing. I don't remember what part of it was, but all I can remember is I was trying to sleep, and all I could hear, Tanjiro, Tanjiro, Tanjiro. And I was like, shut the hell up. I'm so
I
done.
already know what you're talking about.
And it was like, it just made sure that I wouldn't watch it. So I probably just came in at the wrong time, but that's my unpopular opinion. But switching that completely around, what are you most excited about that's releasing soon? I know David and I touched on it last episode, and we said Attack on Titan was a big one, and Hunter x Hunter was a big one. Is there any new ones, David, that maybe you have in mind, or Jose, that you've been waiting on?
Yeah, take it away, Jose.
I do watch one anime right now week to week. So like I'm super geeked out. Like Sunday, I'm like, remember when you're a little kid and you like wake up and you run downstairs and you fat like a fat bowl of cereal and it's like the it's gonna hit, episode's gonna hit, bro. That is me.
Captain Crunch.
Sunday. Every Sunday, yeah, for sure. Reese's Puff, Captain Crunch, something. I'm down there. And I love One Piece.
Ooh,
One Piece. Okay. Gotcha.
I love One Piece, man. It took me forever to watch it just because I came to it really, really late.
Okay.
And man, yeah, but like I'm so glad that I caught up because it's incredible.
Okay. If you can, give us a little bit of what makes it so great for you. What gets you so geeked out about it?
So it starts off like super, super kiddie. So like when you said that, like when you mentioned the Attack on Titan at the beginning, like when you first saw the animation,
Yeah.
like it starts off in 90s animation, you know what I mean? So you're watching it, it's not good. And then you hear this, yeah, like, but you see the storyline, you know what I mean? And you see this kid, and it's like, as he's starting to grow, like the animation is starting to grow. As the plot starts to thicken, you're already so invested, and you get to meet so many different stories, and you're like introduced to a world that's like completely different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, it's incredible, man. So like to be able to watch it now and see where he's at now, and Oda just recently said that he's gonna start writing like the final chapter, and it's gonna start coming to an end. Yeah, so that was a big thing. And like the fights right now are incredible. Like there was so much buildup to where we currently are that like every episode is a hit. Like every other
get that.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like I'll go on Reddit and I'm like in a subreddit and it's all like One Piece, and like it's all Roof Piece right now, and everybody's just talking about, oh, that was the best episode and this was the best episode. Yeah, Absolutely. It's incredible.
I can definitely get that. What about you, David? What's wrapped you in? What's got you around their pinky finger?
Before I get into that, I'm just going to elaborate off the One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
And honestly, I stopped watching One Piece. Those exact reasons what he said. Like, it's so long, and it starts off like the 90s anime. So like the graphics aren't that great. And then like I'm used to like seeing like more character development, but like I don't know. I think I'm like on episode like 366, and it's still the same. Where all he's using is they're just using their little gummy fruit powers, fighting different people. I'm like, nah, man, give me something new. But I have heard that people are saying that like once you get more into it, that they're actually switching up, the animation gets better, and that they develop finally some new like powers and shit. So I need to catch up on that. I know they got like what 1,200 episodes or something like that.
It's like 1,100 or something crazy. Yeah.
So I'll catch up. But I had to elaborate off that because you nailed that right in the coffin.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like I always tell people when you talk about Naruto or you bring Naruto up, people are like, oh yeah, I've seen it. But like Naruto in its integrity was kind of trash. Shippuden is goated. Shippuden was like 10 out of 10. There was no like, dude, you got so many life lessons. You know what I mean? But like, I like that's my plea to you to like watch One Piece, dude. After
That
they
was your
hit that.
unpopular opinion. You're in the wrong segment, sir.
Okay, so like, really, what were the best fights in Naruto? Think about it.
Definitely
Rock Lee.
when, all right, for me, I'm looking towards, I guess, midway through in Shippuden when we got a giant ass frog and
Oh
we
yeah,
got like, come on, like you got literally gods going at it towards
no,
the
for
beginning.
sure.
That was right after the first God, now I'm forgetting it because it's been a while, but that's right after their first trying to level up. What is that called? David, a little bit of help here.
What called them trying to level up?
Yeah,
Uh,
going to the God, I'm having a
what
complete brain fart
what
here.
it was right after the first exam or the second exam,
Yes,
wasn't it?
the
Yeah,
exams.
yeah,
Okay.
Man.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Now, I will say we are running low on time, so I'm gonna let David get into this a little bit, and we'll start wrapping up on our last topic here.
Oh, so what am I most excited? Oh, so the new shit that I'm most excited for, honestly, since we all been talking about it, the whole Dragon Ball Z / Super,
Oh,
the new Gohan movie that's supposed to be coming out because
Okay.
Gohan's lately, I love the fact he's been a family man, but he's becoming a little bitch. You got powers, you better use the fucking powers, and we need to see those goddamn powers. I think
If you're the
and then,
strongest one, let's go.
it's
yeah,
been rumored. I need to stop reading ahead on shit because it's been rumors saying that he's gonna have the like we thought Ultimate Instinct was the final form. They have another new final form that only Gohan can master. So let me stop reading up on shit. But this movie better fucking it better have me crying. It better have me doing backflips in the theaters. Like I want every emotion. Like when we first saw the first Pokemon movie, I want that same like, oh my God, wow, I'm
yeah.
crying, awesome. I need a toy. Yep. I need to take some kid with me to see this. Like it better be like mind blowing. That's the only thing like I'm really kind of waiting for right now because Dragon Ball, when Z, Dragon Ball Super, whatever you want to call it, all of them, they have some of the longest waits when they get into their new seasons or their movies, and they're usually worth that wait. But Gohan has been out for so long, it's like, just put it on me. And that's where I'll end it because my time is short.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was mic drop.
And for me, we all know it's been Hunter x Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Hunter x Hunter. So all of it, like Dragon Ball Z, I saw those rumors too, David, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. But at the same time, I'm sitting here and we just finished Hunter x Hunter again, and I'm like, we don't know really anything about Leorio. And now the rumors are coming out that we aren't even going to see Gon and Killua at all on these new seasons. That was a massive bombshell, I think, that they dropped. And on the front, we're looking at Kurapika and Leorio. So that's huge. Now, I did say we're going to start wrapping this up. So I have one topic that I know isn't on your guys' list because I wanted to get something a little bit more raw from you guys. We have about 7.5 minutes left. Name one part in anime that got you on Google, Reddit, Instagram, wherever it was, that you didn't care about a spoiler. You were like, I gotta know.
Ooh. I'm gonna tie it back to my unpopular opinion. So, I was a Naruto hater for the longest time,
Okay.
and dude, it was, you know what it was, is my youngest brother was the one who was watching it at first, and when I associated him watching things, I was like, oh, that's Mad Kitty, you know what I mean? And he would
Yeah.
watch,
Okay.
like, he would walk around with the manga, and the manga was kind of kitty, so I was like, I was never into it. And but he would always tell me like, oh, these fights are crazy and da da da. So instead of like watching the actual show, I'd go on Reddit and I'd like watch a snippet of whatever the hell he was talking about, and that's how I would like carry. Yeah, so I did that with just about everything, and I'm so bummed out that I did it because after I started watching it, I was like, holy shit! Like, I wish I would have seen the beginning to end. You know what I mean?
Or like when Naruto and Sasuke were in the canyon fighting on top of statues.
Yeah, for sure. That fight was good. That was a great fight. It was a
All
great
right.
fight.
I get it though. Oh, completely. What about you, David? What was that one thing that you were like, you know what? I don't care about a spoiler. I'm looking it up.
None. I've never jumped ahead to anything. Only thing I ever Googled or looked up when it came to anime, which we still don't know the real theory, was My Hero Academia, the Heroes Rising movie.
Okay.
When Deku, pretty much when Deku was given, I can't think of his name, but his All Might's power, so-called. So here's what it is. People say in the movie he didn't give the power away, but when you read it, look at like what I looked up, they said that he did give the power away and that they both blacked out and they magically came back to him because he's supposed to lose his power. So I looked that up and it's still like up in the midst of what happened during that huge fight scene. So that's the only thing that I actually like looked up when it came to anime. Everything else I'll sit down and I'll just wait it out. I'll find like right now I'm like watching like 3 animes because I'm like, all right, let me keep myself busy so I don't get anxious and hop online and try to look some shit up.
Now I'm going to touch on that real quick in a second after, but I will say, you guys know I was late to the party for anime, and the one thing that I had to look up is Carol's little sister Sam let it slip out that Jiraiya was going to die as I was watching and catching up. And so I had to know when that episode was because I needed to be mentally prepared. I wasn't ready for it. Even when it happened, I wasn't ready, and I knew it was that episode. So that was mine. Now we need to kind of go back a little bit. You said none, but just last topic, you were talking about how you accidentally saw spoilers.
No, that's just like not me looking nothing up. I don't look nothing up. I'm just saying like that's like how Jose and you said the last episode, like you'll be on social media and somebody will post some shit and you're like, fuck, I gotta log off, get off my phone. So that's what happens. I won't look into it. You know, you read like the first couple of sentences and I'm like, oh shit, stop, go, next. That's me. I don't physically like just go searching. But you know, like right now we're talking about anime. Once we get off this call, go check our social media. It's gonna be a whole bunch of anime shit popping up on our timeline.
Absolutely. No, that's gonna wrap it up. With that, I just want to say, Jose, thanks for having a time to come on, join us, have a good time, hopefully. And if we can, get you back on here. With that,
for sure.
We're out, guys.
Yes, thank you for joining the podcast, and we definitely will see you more. Jose, can you lead us with like a good like exit closing theory? Like, let us know how you've been feeling your mentals and everything lately.
For sure. First and foremost, y'all, thank you again for the opportunity. I can't wait to be back. As far as mental, I'm actually really good. I think for me, like one of the things that I try to implement daily is how am I filling my cup as much as I'm pouring my cup, right? So I'm always kind of like, connecting with like different people in my life or whatever the case is, and offering different things or whatever. And but I think it's really important to like feed my soul, feed my brain, and like do something like physically, like get a workout in or go on a run or do something. So I try to at least fill those 3 buckets every single day. And that's kind of like where my mindset's been for a while. So yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at.
Can you say that again? How did you say that? With the cup?
Yeah, so I want to be
pouring out.
Yeah, I want to be able to put into myself as much as I pour out to others. So like I can't be my best self if I don't fill those buckets up. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like my obligation to myself to be awesome for everybody around me. Like if I'm going to be awesome at work, if I'm going to be awesome, with my friends, if I'm going to be awesome with my family, if I'm going to, be a provider in my home, like I want to make sure that I'm filling into myself too, because I want to be the best version of myself whenever I'm around anybody, right? Like,
amen.
Nobody wants to be surrounded by that. And I'm a big believer in energy. So it's like, if you give positive energy, dude, and you preach positive things and you do the right thing, like good things are going to happen and you're going to be like supported around those people. Yeah. Anyways.
Preach on. Love it.
I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys again
Love
for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Anything else you got, David?
Oh no, I don't want to keep time. We'll another segment. We'll go more into it because I like, you know me. I like breaking people down from the inside. So we'll get to it.
Love it. And we're obviously going to get to know Jose a little bit more because we've kind of kidnapped him. He's going to be on the show. So until next time, guys.
Peace, love, and
Later.
pleasure.
Take care, y'all.